Alrighty, welcome back. Today we are going to be doing the best team builds for the new 10-year anniversary LRs. Now, if you're watching this, you are either someone who likes to obtain information, or you are somebody who just pulled one of the new characters, all of the new characters, whatever the number may be, and you want to know the best ways to run them. So, in this video, I'm going to go over a few setups for each of the characters, as well as give you sort of the opening blanket statement for all three of these units, and that is going to be especially in the case of Goku and Super Saiyan 4, both of the Gokus, I guess Vegito and Super Saiyan 4 Goku, right? You are going to be best off running this specific setup for the Vegito leader skill for now. As of when I'm recording this video, this is going to be the blanket, just if you want to run the best setup for these characters, I recommend that you just run them under this Goku's leader skill. So you are going to have access to Earth Protecting Heroes, Fused Fighters, or Pure Saiyans. You guys know how versatile this leader skill is. This is essentially like if we pull up Earth Protecting Heroes, what we are doing is we are running this version of Goku, right? Or I keep saying Goku, but it's Vegito. You're running Super Saiyan 4 Goku, you're running Beast Gohan, right? You're bringing the Family Kamehameha Goku or Gohan on this team. And then potentially in the future here, we are going to be adding the Year 7 LR EZAs, but as of the time of recording this video, they are not quite there just yet. I think a nice filler for this character is going, or for this team, is going to be this version of Super Saiyan 3 Goku right here. This guy's going to fit in super nicely with the team, as well as this Super Saiyan 3 Goku EZA. Now, if you are missing these characters, this is where the access to the additional leader skill is going to come in. So let's just say you are somebody who's saying, oh, I don't have the EZA TUR Goku, or, you know, the Dragon Fist Goku. So what do? Let's go ahead and look at Fused Fighters first, and I'll give you a few options from that team, and this is going to help you out here. And what you can potentially do is just run Evolution Blue Vegeta on this team as well with Pure Saiyans. We'll talk about that more here in a little bit. But if you're somebody who has pulled Gotenks, if you're running Physical Gogeta, you can get away with that. I think these two characters work just fine. If you are somebody who also pulled the new Hercule character, or Mr. Satan, this is an insanely good sparking character, or not sparking, Legends. I just watched a Legends video, but an insanely good banner unit SSR character. Dokkan awakens in this Mr. Satan, an extremely well-designed unit, and I think you could easily get away with running him on this team here. You might be wondering why the hell is Mr. Satan on Fused Fighters, and that is because in the active skill, he does get to the Gokule, or however you want to say that, right? The version of him and Goku. Now, if you want to talk about like emergency reserves on Fused Fighters, like you are kind of really in a spot here where you do not know how you want to set up this team, I think STR Vegito is a fine replacement, and somebody that you are probably running on the meta version of this team is Tech Gogeta with Fused Fighters, so keep that in mind, right? Gotenks and Tech Gogeta are easily on the sort of like optimal build for this team. So if you are somebody who wants to run like the absolute meta version for Vegito's team right now, what you're doing is you're running, funny enough, 3 tech units, but you're running this version of Goku, or Vegito, you're running this version of Gotenks, you're bringing Tech Gogeta, and if we go to Earth Protecting Heroes, we're bringing Beast Gohan. And then after we bring Beast Gohan, we are bringing Super Saiyan 4 Goku, so that brings us up to 5 units. And then the 6th spot is sort of a free space, depending on what you may need. If you are somebody who has all the new LRs, you can just throw Evolution Blue Vegeta in that spot, potentially AGL UI Goku in Evolution Blue Vegeta. These are multiple ways that you can run this team, and it is going to work out just fine. But even if you want to go with like a pure version of Earth Protecting Heroes, you still have a very good team within this leader skill alone, right? You run Vegito, Mr. Satan, Beast, Family Kamehameha, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, right? And then the 6th spot, right? Like all these characters up here, and then you just kind of fill in where you need to go, right? Tech Gogeta, I think, is absolutely on the meta version of this team. So that is sort of the best team build, in my opinion, right now to be running for this character. But if you kind of want to run him in like a different, let's just say for some reason this team just doesn't work for you at all, and you have to run him off of the lead, or not off of the lead, but you can't gain access to his leader skill just for whatever reason. That's usually not going to be the case. This guy has an extremely versatile leader skill, so that's probably not going to be an issue for you. But what the team I'd recommend that you could run him on, you've been seeing it up here on the tab, or up on the top here, but Majin Buu Saga I think is also a really well-designed team that you could potentially run this character on if you kind of want to condense it a little bit. Now, what are we going to do, right? This gives us access to STR Vegito, but STR Vegito is also on Fused Fighters, so again, it is going to be tough, right? I think if you pull Vegito, you are just running his leader skill, but for the sake of the argument, let's have some fun with it. you could potentially run this character on Majin Buu Saga, and it's going to work pretty well. So you run this version of with Go Tanks, right? And then potentially what you could do is run like a Buu tank or a Buu rotation on the other side. So what you could do is run Buuhan alongside like STR Kid Buu. I think that could potentially work on a team. But again, you are like, if you have Vegito, you're going to be very inclined to run him on his own leader skill just because of the percentages that he is giving, right? Giving the 200% to HP and then the 50% to stats. If you have this Vegito, in my opinion, I think if you're going to run this character, unless you absolutely cannot, I think you just have to run him on his leader skill, right? Because you are just missing out on so much or so many stats. Like, for some characters are going to be getting like 500, right? So like for like HP, so like let's just do the math, right? You run this guy and then you have like a full team, everybody's on it with the 50%, you're getting 500% to HP. And if you are running like Buu Saga with this Go Tanks, you're only getting 400, right? Or potentially with this guy, you'd only be getting the 340, right? If you don't have the full 200 for everybody. So you do have to keep that in mind. I think that just running Vegito's leader skill for Vegito in specific, that is going to be the best way to run this character. So keep that in mind. If you only pulled Vegito, you are in luck because he far and away has the best leader of anybody in this group. But let's go ahead and look at Super Saiyan 3 Goku next and talk about sort of, I closed it out, but some of the best teams that you're going to be wanting to run with this guy. Now, his leader skill, unfortunately, I am not a fan of, right? It could be good though. So like, if you guys know, do you know what Dokkan likes dropping, guys? Super Saiyan 4s. Do you know why? Super Saiyan 4s, they make the monies. And it's a very hype form. It gets people excited, and this guy is no exception to the rule, right? This is a Super Saiyan 4 that brings the hype in. People are always excited to summon for a Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So his leader skill, right? Giant 8 power. This is going to be hopefully a team that is a bit of an investment, but one thing you're gonna have to keep in mind, again, like I said, let's just say that it is a given that the best setup for this guy is going to be the Vegito leader skill, okay? So we don't need to cover that because we talked about it. So this guy, Vegito leader skill, that's the way that you're going to want to run this character. But if we go beyond that, where does the value come from this character? I think if you can run him on Kamehameha, I think that is a good team for him. Again, it circles back to Vegito, but we at least have to talk about it. If you want to run him on the 200%, you could run double Family Kamehameha Gohan. You run this version of Goku right here. You could bring UI Goku on the team. You could bring Vegito. You could bring Go Tanks. The Super Saiyan trio is here. The Year 7 EZAs that are potentially going to be here in the future are going to be on this team. Tech Gogeta is on this team. STR Vegito is on this team. You have a lot of options. Daima Goku is on this team, right? Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku's on this team. Dragon Fist Goku's on this team. Kamehameha is an extremely established category that you can easily make work with a double 200% leader skill. So excluding the Vegito build, you are going to want to run this guy on a team like this, right? Kamehameha is going to work very well for him. And with all these different categories, that's just sort of how it's going to work. Now, an underrated, maybe not an underrated, but one that we could talk about is Uncontrollable Power. I think this is sort of an interesting setup for him. I don't really think it's going to work too well in theory, and I don't know what characters share Saiyan Roar here, but again, it is an option. I didn't mean to click on him again, but it's fine. If we go to the link tool here, right, we're not seeing any Brolys, right? That is one thing to keep in mind, but like when it comes to Saiyan Roar, you are going to be missing that, and that is where he is going to be a little bit problematic on a team like Kamehameha, right? Because Saiyan Roar is just not really like, it's not a UI Goku link, right? It's not a Go Tanks link. It's mainly for Super Saiyan 4s. Right? This guy right here, the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, is not Easy-Yang during the celebration. But you know who is Easy-Yang during the celebration? Allegedly. Where is he? Right here, this guy. You know how many links this guy shares with Super Saiyan 4 Goku? Let's go look. How many is it? Gotta be 6, right? 6. So we click on this, boom. What are we getting? Attack 15, we're getting 95% attack from links between these two. And if we go to G4, I guess just for the sake of the discussion here, we pull him up. This isn't going to look the same, but it's literally like the same thing, right? Like G4 and Super Saiyan 4 Goku are going to be an insane, a stupid rotation when this EZA does end up coming, and Saiyan Roar is going to be a part of that. So it is important to note that that is a link that you're going to be missing on most of the meta setups for him right now, but that doesn't mean in the future that is going to change. So I think right now, teams that you're going to want, like categories that you could run him on that are good, I think Battle of Fate is a good team, Earth Protecting Heroes is a good team, Uncontrollable Power is a good team, team, but not really like the ideal setup for him, in my opinion. Kamehameha is a legit team. Transformation Boost is a legitimate team, right? What else do we have in here? Earthbred Fighters is missing a leader right now, but that's a legit team, right? Again, it always is going to come down to you just want to run these characters on the Vegito leader skill, right? But for the sake of the last bit of this video, I want to talk about Evolution Blue Vegeta, because this is a character who people, I want to say we're to the point already where he's controversial. And this is actually like the rare case where the Vegito setup for him, obviously very good for the number of stats, but I kind of want to say that Universe Survival Saga might just be his best setup. And it's just the synergy with the rest of the team with this character is going to be perfect, right? Like, this guy is a 220% lead for the team. You are going to have easy access to UI Gokus or just Gokus in general to trigger that unit super attack. And we go into here, right? And you just have everything that you need, right? We had show more, 5 links with UI Gokus right here, and you are good to go. And when we look at Universe Survival Saga, it's got some of the best characters in the game right now. Does it have Vegito? No. Does it have Super Saiyan 4 Goku? No. But what does it have? It has Evolution Blue Vegeta, a very good unit, right? I don't know where he ranks right now. It's really tough to say. You talk to, it's literally like, you talk to one person, they'll tell you he's top 5. You talk to another person, they'll tell you he's barely even top 20. And I'm not going to put my stance on it yet. I'm going to say he's very good. This idea that he sucks, I think is stupid. Jiren, very good. Tech UI Goku, very good, right? Who else do we have here? The 6 years, very good. Evo Ken, kind of falling off a little bit, but still not bad. And then we have like Universe 7 support right here with Android 17, and then 17 and Frieza. Anywhere that there isn't an AoE or a lock, this character is going to work fine because you don't have to put them in slot 1, and they're going to get the damage reduction that they need. So Universe Survival Saga is in a really good spot right now, and Evolution Blue Vegeta is only helping that with a updated leader skill that, like, this was like one of those cases where it's like, this is the last team that needed a new carnival leader. We literally, like, if you're on global, you literally just got this Jiren in December, who's just a pure 200, and now it's just like, okay, as the leader of the team, he's just outright replaced. Like, it's like, okay, here's 20% to stats and more ki. So I think aside from like the Vegito setup and like running him on a rotation with like Tech UI Goku, I do think Universe Survival Saga is one of the best looks for this Vegeta. So let me know down below what you guys think. I think these are the best teams for the current setup in the game of the best LRs and the 10-year anniversary LRs. Again, if you have Vegito and you can run this leader skill right here, just run that. It's such a good leader skill, like the highest stat spread in the game, really good categories with a lot of versatility and different ways to run the team. You just have to be doing that. And I opened that at the beginning of the video, so I didn't wait till the very end to say it. I said that to open this up. So I just want to let you know. So let me know down below. Like I said, what do you guys think? What are the teams that you are running these guys on? Have you summoned for them yet? What have you gotten on those summons? And what are your plans moving forward? Are you saving for part 2? Or are you going to continue to summon for these characters? So thank you guys for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.